Today on the Okie Woodsman channel, we're doing cut tests. So the craziest thing just happened. As I'm trying to do these videos on these saws, gas one and the electric one, I work in the power industry, and I actually monitor the power to my area, and my house is almost never out of power. Well, we've lost power, and you know, hopefully everyone's okay. Hopefully there's no hopefully there's nothing tragic that happened. Oftentimes when there's a power outage, that can be the case. But I can tell you this right now. My battery was on the charger, so I've got 3/4 here. Of course, I could run my generator to finish charging this, but if you don't have power, you are not charging. There's about 1,200 people out in a rural area. That's a pretty widespread outage. I don't know if I'm going to be able to shoot this video today. We'll see what happens. I'm cutting a tree, and I'll explain in a minute. So I have some chainsaw testing to do, but that is not why I cut this tree down. My wife and I had previously discussed removing it, and the reason why is we went ahead and placed this maple tree somewhere permanent. And it was in a pot over there for quite some time. We had staked it over here, and we want to put it here so it has some room, protect it so it's not going to get hurt by any further excavation or anything like that. Hey buddy, hey Essie, hi. This one always talks. We want to put this tree in this vicinity somewhere. I didn't want that tree there. The top was dying out of it anyway, and so it was a perfect candidate to go ahead and remove. I'm not doing this to be funny. I'm doing this because this is my last day off for 7 days, and I need to get this testing done. I'm also not trying to show a limitation of electric, but it just kind of happened. A loss of power is not something that you experience all of the time. When the power went out, I was about 3/4 charged. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish charging this up. Using my good old abused Harbor Freight generator here. Gotta turn it on, that's right. Always do that. We're charging. And guess what? I found a tripod I had been missing for quite some time. It's okay, I can always use another tripod. You may see me run a saw periodically without chaps on, but generally it's because I'm doing a test cut or I'm just trying something out real quick. But when it gets down to actual work, you'll see me with these on, my helmet, ear protection, face shield. Be safe out there. That's my ported and muffler modded Echo CS310 from one of my subscribers. You know who you are, thank you so much. The middle section is what I'm gonna use to test the top handles. I think a limb this size is a good way to test those. Curious to see how it's gonna work out. I've never cut with a 2511. I've never cut with that battery Echo either. These are both brand new out of the box saws, 100% stock. I have never cut with either one of them. Chains are brand new on both, and I believe both chains are identical. They're same pitch, same size, same bar length. I believe it's as fair as it can possibly be. Got the 2511T, This is the X Series 2-stroke model from Echo. Extremely lightweight. I believe it's labeled as the smallest gas chainsaw in the world. Awesome. This thing's full of fluids and it's a good weight. Here we have the DCS-2500T. This is the X Series electric from Echo. The 2.5 amp hour battery with 56 volts. I have never even pulled the trigger. I don't even know if this thing works. I did fully charge it. Let's see how they cut. A couple disclaimers here. With gasoline chainsaws, you have a variable of breaking in the saw. At first, when they're brand new, everything's a little bit tighter. Echo saws are commonly known to take 10 tanks of fuel before they start running optimally. The electric, there'll be a small break-in period, and that's going to be probably the paint wearing off the bar, but it will likely run nearly as good today as it will after 20 charges. I just noticed this saw has a oiler adjustment right here. It's up top. Didn't know that was there. I'm excited about this saw, to be honest with you. Quality feels good in my hands. The balance is phenomenal. I mean, it feels really good in my hands. I like it. I really do. I don't know if they share any parts with one another. They do have some similar design. Can I do it without spilling? Oh, look at that. Oh, crud. I do like the clear cover. That's pretty nice. See how it feels now. I don't really notice much of a difference. It feels great. Feels balanced. This is the wood we're going to be testing in. It's not even up here. We got a lot of knots in this first section. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the gasoline saws warmed up over here. Make a couple test cuts with each of the two saws, the gas top handle and the electric top handle. We're also going to be running a Echo CS310 as a baseline. Now this saw is not a stock saw because it does have a muffler mod on it. That does improve the performance quite a bit, but I just want to see how a rear handle CS310 with a muffler mod compares to the 2511. In my opinion, I would never use them in the same circumstances because to me, top handles have a specific purpose, especially for climbing, and that's what I'm primarily going to use them for. I have never cut with this saw or the electric saw. I've never even powered this on. If it doesn't power on, you're going to see it because I don't even know if it works yet. As far as chaps, guys, I'm not wearing them on this one because I'm going to be standing stationary here. Anytime you're performing actual work with the chainsaw, not just starting it up to see if it runs, I would absolutely put chaps on. But again, in this circumstance, we're just doing cookie cuts. This is the stock saw with a muffler mod. Brand new saw. And let's see how this one works. We're fully charged. Hey, I got a green light. That's spinning good. I'm excited to run this. first cut ever with the 2511. All right, now we're gonna go electric. Let's see how this goes. Let's go ahead and actually, I'm gonna do a couple more cuts with it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get the testing underway. I'm gonna make a cut, and then I'm gonna do a series of 3 cuts so we can time them. Well broken in CS310 with the muffler mod. Brand new 2511 with just a couple cuts through it. Warm up. All right. Okay, this is the big question here. I'm not used to this saw. Let's see how it works. Go ahead and press the power on. Got the green blinking light. Green blinking light tells me that the chain brake is on. There's a slight delay when you pull the trigger. What I do like is it's not on or off. All right. This one's not going to need a test cut. I'm going to do 2 series of test cuts with this one because I don't know exactly how it's going to feel. Watch this. I like it. Wow, interesting. So Oki, what's your thoughts? Again, this is the first time I had ever run this saw in wood or this saw in wood. Let me give you my impressions here. The 2511 does feel a little bit choked up, as do most new Echoes, especially when they're brand new. The mufflers tend to be extremely restricted. That CS310 cuts nearly twice as fast as a factory one because of the muffler mod. It makes that big of a difference. This saw here, I'm gonna run stock for a while, and we're just gonna run it. Remember, they have a 5-year warranty on them for the consumer, and I have always had extremely good luck with my Echo stuff. I've always wanted this saw. Ever since I saw it years ago, the opportunity came. The other thing I noticed on both of them is these chains are certainly kind of jumpy and grabby. They're not smooth cutting. That's not the saw's fault. That is this particular chain style, because most people are switching over to like a nano style chain, and I do have the components to do that. That's going to be in a later video because I want to see and feel the difference. If you're interested in seeing the results of that test, make sure you subscribe and check out that video at a later date. First of all, I want to say this. I love running two-stroke saws. The louder they are, the more responsive they are, the better. This saw here can get better, and I will likely make it better in the future. This saw operationally is phenomenal, but it's a little bit boring because it's electric. It's extremely quiet. There's no rush of like, rah, because it's electric, but it works extremely well. I do have one complaint about the electric system. It has a slight delay. So I'm gonna go ahead and press the power button. It's kind of cool, it has an indicator letting you know that the chain brake is on. But watch this, I'm gonna mash the throttle and watch the delay. Well, I think the first throttle hit, maybe after it's powered on. Let's try it again. Nope. I don't know what it is. It feels like it has a little bit of a delay. Now the thing is, this thing's instantly at top speed. It's very torquey. If you saw it cut out in the cut, that is a lithium ion battery tool thing. Generally speaking, as battery technology improves, they can discharge at a faster rate. This is still showing full. I'm excited to get some time on this. I really am. I'm not telling you that you should go out and buy this saw, but I can tell you this. After running it initially, if you have a need for some small electric tools, string trimmer, blower, a little saw to do a little bit of yard cleanup, I don't see anything wrong with this. Now, guys, let me know in the comment section if you have any experience with this, if it's been a good tool for you. I don't know because I'm ignorant. I feel like if you have to press this on and off button quite a bit, I feel like this might wear out. It might be an easy swap for the dealership. It might be a really easy thing to take care of should it ever fail, but that's probably my only complaint on the feel. Everything else is phenomenal. I love the metal bumper spikes. I love that the clutch is inboard. That's kind of a win in comparison to the 2511. This has an outboard clutch design. Nothing wrong with that, but I think this is a little bit easier, and I think most people would agree they would like that more. They're a similar size. They feel like a similar weight. This saw is a little bit deeper from front to back than this one. Now, I can tell you this right now. As I'm holding this here, I've got the warm exhaust. I'm sweating profusely. It's like 75 degrees in Oklahoma, and I'm drenched. I came out here, I washed my arms up before this video, got all good, dried up, and I'm drenched again. I can't do anything about it, but I can tell you this. This saw, I can feel warmth coming off the top here. This saw has, it's actually cool to the touch right here. Battery's a little bit warm back here, but not nearly as warm as this. So if you're running a saw a lot and you have multiple battery packs, it would possibly be cooler in the hand. That's just something I'm noticing. Also, there's no rattling. This thing literally has no jingles. This does, because you've got, I don't know why. I think it's because you got the fuel tank, the fuel filter, the oil filter. You've got linkages back here, choke. This is noisier. Yeah, this, I gotta be honest with you, in the hand, the electric saw actually feels a little bit more quality. It really does. Difference being though is you can go ahead and keep filling this, filling it, running it out, filling it, running it out all day long, and you're gonna be totally fine. I love two-stroke. This right here, hit the button. A little bit of a delay, but I also do like that this is a multi-speed trigger. You know what else I like about it? Is full throttle is all the way in. It's not full throttle halfway up. It's full throttle when you have the trigger squeezed all the way. Nice. This thing seems like it spins great RPMs. They actually both have the oiler on top, adjustable. Pretty neat. I didn't notice that on this one. Again, I had never run either of these before. I'm impressed with both. The gas one surely has a lot of room for improvement. The electric one is what you get. That's the way it is. And it's going to have a warranty for 5 years. This guy right here has huge gains available in it. There's professionals that run these with long bars and they run like an animal. So stock it runs well, but it can easily be run better simply with a different muffler. I'm not suggesting that you need that. I think probably more important is a smoother cutting chain, and that's where that nano chain is going to come in the future. I am working with sawsuppliers.com. And there will be links in the description where if you're looking for a new Echo chainsaw, string trimmer, even Shindaiwa, and some other brands, you can go visit sawsuppliers.com/Okie, and you can use coupon code Okie10 and get quite a savings. They ship free to most United States. They're a great place to purchase from. They have lots of supplies like Red Armor, Oregon chains. Check it out. They have bars, and not only that, you can buy power heads without bars and chains on many models. So the 7310, the 620, the 590, I believe all those saws are available without a bar and chain. Super cool. Or if you want, they even have VersaCut options to have a lighter bar, so you're not buying a bar with a saw that you didn't really want and then purchasing another bar. It's a great way to save money. Plus, with the discount Oki 10, you get a discount off the entire price of the power head and bar and chain combo. Keep that in mind. Visit that link. Let us know your thoughts on this video. If you're new here, thank you for coming by. We do all sorts of stuff, not just chainsaw testing, but this is a great opportunity and super cool to have good quality equipment like this come by the channel here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.